My name is Alissa Rinaldo. I am a 2015 graduate from the UB School of Social Work. My journey into social work, I guess, is pretty simple but yet complex, because when you're 17 years old and you're faced with a question of what life after high school looks like, it's a loaded question. And I think that's where I can meet my students in the school setting. Being a social worker with a guidance counselor role, I work a lot with what's life after high school look like in the transition piece of things. And it doesn't always have to be college. We can look at trades, we can look at jobs, anything as a productive member of society. At the age of 17, graduating high school, I started at Fredonia State, and I was majoring in psychology. I knew that I had a niche for people, and I had people skills that I wanted to move forward with. And I remember, quite frankly, having lunch with one of my girlfriends at school, and she said, "What about social work?" And I didn't know what that meant. I think what is social work is a big question too. So after doing some research and talking to some advisors, I did switch my major to social work and finished at Fredonia State with an undergrad in social work. Looking at grad schools, there's many different options. One being with UBs, the big thing that stood out to me was the trauma-informed care piece and meeting our students where they're at and making sure that all of their basic needs are met and supporting them to be able to move forward and understanding where people are coming from and what has happened to them. Not more or less what's going on, but what is the root of the behavior that's being displayed. UB has taught me a lot to look at a holistic approach in meeting the needs of my students. So my experience at UB was very fast-paced. It almost seems like it was a blur, and it was only a few years ago. The advanced standing program was very quick, and I would have never done it any other way. I got my graduate degree in one consecutive year. It was a full-time job. So on top of doing my schoolwork, I was doing a field placement at the time, and I could focus on just what I was doing to move forward for myself and to better myself as a professional. And I'm very glad that I chose to do the advanced standing program. In the fall of 2015, I started working as a school social worker with alternative education. Alternative education is just like any other traditional high school. We're just smaller. We serve 7th through 12th graders, and with our small setting, we have resources and allocated support to meet the students where they're at, whether it's a social, emotional, behavioral, or academic concern or goal that they're working towards. I have a guidance role as well as the social work piece. So I'm meeting the students where they're at with their mental health needs to address any concerns that they might have for academic success. We are working towards life after high school transition work, but we're also working towards what's today look like. What can we do today to meet your needs to have a successful day at school? Adolescence is a very vulnerable time for kids, and to be involved in that process and to be a support in that process is very fulfilling and rewarding as a professional, and it fuels my fire to keep going. My advice for students who may be considering social work is be creative. Social work is a profession that is limitless. Bring ideas to the table. Advocate for yourself, advocate for your clients, your students, your families. Take comfort in the discomfort. It's a very rewarding career, yet very challenging. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Find something that you like to do and find that escape. You can't serve from an empty glass.